I remember when I had my first CS. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. By the time they opened me up, my baby was just up here. She's just like, she was chilling, like, we actually invaded her space. Like, she was already like, she was having a good night's sleep when we went and brought her out. Like, it was harassment. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Chinyere Idisi and this is Parenting on the Go. On this channel, we talk about parenting, motherhood, and lifestyle. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always sticking with me. And if this is your first time, please do well to hit the red subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. All right, guys, so today we'll be talking about motherhood. It's been a while I talked about motherhood, but today we're going to be talking about motherhood, and I'm super excited about this video because it's something that I can relate with. It's something that I've experienced, and I'm just here to share with you guys and also help other new moms who could make the same mistakes that I have made. So I've shared on my channel one time about how I had my first CS and it was a mistake. The truth is, for first-time moms, some of our CS can actually be avoided. But I want to say here at this point that Caesarian session, it's not a big deal at all. I remember when I wanted to go into the labor ward, the labor room, and my husband was there, and we're like, oh, if it's CS, then we have a CS. I have never had anything against CS. I was ready to have mine if that is what is needed. So I just want to enlighten you, but that's the topic for another day. This video is how you can avoid having a CS as a first-time mom. And there are other reasons that is beyond your control, which could lead to CS, like your baby not coming down, not ready to come down. Another reason is maybe you're having multiple babies and your doctor is advising that you should have a CS and just bring out all the babies instead of pushing everything out. I've had a friend who pushed out 4 babies at once. It was amazing, but sometimes for medical reasons you are asked to undergo a CS as a first-time mom. Another reason why you could have a CS, I've had CS twice. The first one was a mistake, I guess. I know it was a mistake. The second one was because the time before the second baby was too short. 6 months after I had a CS, I was pregnant again. So it was only normal that I had a CS. There was nothing I could do. But apart from that, for first-time mom, there are so many reasons why we find ourselves having CS. CS is very common these days. And guys, trust me, if I am going to have another baby, if there's going to be a third child, it is most definitely going to be a CS because, gosh, it is the sweetest. Because apart from you recovering from your CS, which takes few days, you don't have to go through any stress. You don't have to go, you just pack your bags and go to the hospital and lie down, and then they're bringing out your baby for you. So while we are talking, leave a comment on that and tell me your experience, how you had a CS, or if you're pregnant, just say I'm pregnant. Video. This is not going to be a very long video. So there are so many reasons why we are having CS. There's so many reasons why I had my CS, and some of my friends have had CSs because of the same mistake. That is why I'm talking about this video. There's something about a new time mom. There's something about you trying. There's something about you meeting your first child for the first time. There's something about you not being able to wait to meet your first baby, and that was my experience. I couldn't wait. Oh, it was getting too long. And for me, it was past my due date. So I'm going to talk about due dates here. Your due date is telling you the expected time for you to have your baby. If it's past that time, a little bit, it's not too much, it's not a big deal. For most of us, once it's past due date, as a first time mom, you're already worried, you're already rushing to the hospital, you want to find out, okay, they should help you break your water. I don't know, but there's always that rush. You don't wait for your water to break. You're always in a hurry. I remember for me, I was always going to the hospital, like every time. I go to the hospital for everything. Like I'm always there. And even when sometimes I just go and say I want to be admitted so that I can sleep morning till night, and then they will discharge me the next day. Every little thing, I was going to the hospital because I just felt, oh, my baby should just come already. And that is one thing that makes first time mom to have CS, because we don't wait for our water to break. We don't wait for anything. Once there's any little thing like this, you are already on your way to the hospital and you think the baby is coming, I can't remember how many times I said the baby is coming. It was very, 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 very funny. Then the second thing that could lead to you having a CS as a first time mom would be forced contraction. Yes, inexperience can, like I said, the baby is coming. Once you have contractions, I remember I was always going to the hospital each time I have contractions, and I'll tell them, oh, I think I'm in labor. They will laugh at me. They will laugh at me so hard. So forced contraction happens, especially when you're approaching when you're already in your third trimester, approaching your due date. You get contractions, but some of them are actually just forced contraction. It is the baby moving down. You can go to the hospital if you want to go, but just relax. It is not labor. It is not labor. So for the due date, there's something that I've observed from research. Due date is longer for first time moms. So if they tell you it's going to be in a week time, give yourself an extra 2 weeks at least. Give yourself an extra 2 weeks. Studies have shown that due date is longer for first time mom. So don't always be in a hurry. Chill, your baby is going to come. Don't always be in a hurry to get your baby out. That could be a reason why you have a CS. The third sign that your baby is not ready to come out, but you think you are in labor, is pressure on your hip area. It could just be the baby is moving down. Yes, the baby is moving down, but it doesn't mean that your baby is ready to come out. I remember when I had my first CS, oh my gosh, it was so funny. By the time they opened me up, my baby was just up here. She's just like, she was chilling, like, we actually invaded her space. Like, she was already like, she was having a good night's sleep when we went and brought her out. Like, it was harassment. She was not ready to come out. And yeah, I was in labor because I was in labor for almost 10 hours or 12 hours. I can't say. I think it was more than that. It was actually more than that. And I was in labor. I was not dilating. I was not nothing was happening. They actually forced my water to break. Nothing was happening. By the time I was already losing strength. I was already going. By the time they rushed me to the theater and they brought her, the baby was not ready. Like, she was just there. Like, she was just chilling, folded, sleeping up here. She wasn't even down here. So when you feel those pressure on your hips, it doesn't necessarily mean that your baby is ready to come out. It doesn't mean that you're in labor. I think it's better when your water break in the house, especially when you have someone around you. Just stay at home and wait. Don't be like me. Don't always rush to the hospital. It doesn't mean. Then another thing is heartburn. Heartburn is something that we experience because of the pressure that the baby puts here. Every little thing you eat gives you heartburn. It makes you very uncomfortable. It is very uncomfortable, and you just feel okay. But heartburn does not mean that you are in labor. So some heartburns are not labor signs. You have to be careful. Don't rush to the hospital, because It is the rush to the hospital that actually now makes them admit you. That's when they now say, okay, let's dilate you. By the time they're dilating you, for next thing, they are saying, okay, oh, let's do this. Let's augment. Let's this one. And then before you know yourself, you're in labor. Before you know yourself, you're contracting. They're forcing the contraction. And I contracted for a very long time, gosh. It was... I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to scare anybody, but it was crazy. And then all the contractions, plus all the induction, everything that they gave me, my baby was just here. She was just lying down. She was just sleeping, having a good night's rest. And we invaded her privacy. It was past 40 weeks. We know, but I'm not ready to come out. Can y'all just let me be? Can you just let me be? Alright, that takes me to the 5th. Your baby is not ready to come out if the position of your bump changes. Position of your bump changing is not a sign of labor. Don't take yourself to the hospital and then get a CS. So, for me, my tummy has always been very round and here. Some people, it is down. It is down. The fact that your bump now moves down does not mean that you are in labor. It does not mean that you're ready to have a baby. If you go to the hospital, just wait. The bottom line of this whole thing is just wait. Of course, you're going to wait with sense. Don't be seeing some signs and say, oh, I watched one parenting on the go video and I have to wait. I don't have to rush to the hospital. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm saying, when you start noticing small things, don't say I'm in labor. Because once you say you're in labor, they will take you to the labor ward. They'll put you there and then labor has started for you, because that's how it was for me. I carried myself too early to the hospital and I laid down there. All right? So it doesn't mean that your baby is ready to come out. It doesn't mean that your baby is ready to come out. Give yourself some time. Like I said, due date is not the stamped dates. It is estimation. It is an estimated date that shows, okay, from this time, between this time, you should be having your baby. Some people cannot wait before the due date, and when it is exactly the due date, you're already packing your bags and going to the hospital. Like I said, for new moms, it takes longer time. Research has shown that it takes longer time for new moms to have their babies, as in their due date takes longer time. How do I put it? Give yourself some time. Don't be in a hurry, so you don't be like me, so you don't have a CS on your first baby. But I would say you can try having a C-section on your own, like an elective CS, because guys, that thing is dope. It is sweet. It is an invention that has saved us some. My second baby was an elective CS, though I didn't really have a choice, but it was beautiful. Like, you just dress up, pack your bags, tell them the day you're coming, go to the hospital. When it's time, you go to the theater. In less than 20 minutes, you are out. You are out. I would opt for a CS over and over and over again. But if you are someone who don't like CS, and you're a first-time mom, just give yourself some time. Labor will come naturally. It is from the process of inducing and forcing your baby to jump down. Your baby is not going to jump down. My baby did not jump down. She was just literally sleeping. Okay, she was just literally sleeping. Thank you guys so much for watching this video to this point. If you enjoyed this video, let me know so I can create more content in this line. Let's talk about C-section, and like I said, C-section not being a big deal is the topic for another day, not for the video, because a lot of people have lost their lives because they feel C-section is a big deal. And it's usually happens as a result of church, religion, and all that. But like I said, that's story for another day. I love you all so much. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Check out my other videos. I'll see you next time. Bye.